Hello everyone, hello my guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Today we are here, we are queer, and we are spooky as heck, bitch. Let's freaking get started. So y'all have probably already seen the title for sure. I mean, if you clicked on this video, you've seen the title. And I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be naming this at this point, but hopefully I named it something that isn't super confusing. But in case y'all are confused, let me break it down for y'all. In this video, we're going to be talking about all the times that I've made a story time or some kind of relevant video that I've talked about another person and then send it to them and what that person had to say about it. Which, yes, I really do that. I've got the screenshots to prove it, okay? I thought I was really doing this like every single time that I made a story time that I was sending it to people. Really, I haven't been doing it every time. Most of the reactions we're going to be getting today are from men, which I think is hilarious because fuck men, and... Alright, so the first one that I really sent to someone to see what they were going to say, what their reaction would be, I remember I was so nervous to send it to them, is my first dick pic story time. The first time that I ever got a dick pic. Truly wonderful. Not really, I can't even joke about that. So if you haven't watched that video, you should probably check it out. I'm about to spoil it for you to summarize a long story. I was not really close friends, but like friends with this guy since elementary school. He moved away, came back for a brief visit. We exchanged numbers. He was like flirting with me through text, and then he was really inappropriate, so I stopped talking to him. In college, I started talking to him again. He seemed like he had changed, and then he asked if I wanted a dick pic. I said sure. And then after that, he basically demanded and tried to manipulate me using guilt into trying to send him a picture of my boobs, and I was like, no, not gonna do that. No thank you. And yeah, I sent him some other stuff, but that still wasn't enough for him because he was a greedy motherfucker. And I'm really just still mad about that. And I stopped talking to him after that. I also talked about how he brought up when he was trying to manipulate me into sending him pictures. He mentioned as a reason why I should is because this other girl who he had been talking to had sent him some pictures. So first I sent the video to her, the other girl, and let me see what she had to say. So I sent her the video and she was super sweet. She told me all about how she loves watching my videos and I have a super great video personality, which is like the sweetest thing that you could say because I'm really trying hard. And I don't want y'all to think that I'm not genuine on here because I am, but like you really have to like dial in certain aspects of your personality for YouTube, because if you were just kind of like chill and laid back and like didn't care about everything and just were like really sleepy in all your videos, I mean it would be really fucking boring, let me say. And I told her, you know, you're the girl that I was talking about in the video, and she was like, yeah, I figured. And she didn't mind at all, and she said that he actually, the guy that I was talking about in the video still tries to talk to her now even though he has a girlfriend, and she also has a very serious boyfriend. She talked about how it was super weird that he was like really religious but also was trying to like get these photos from us, and he also made her feel bad that if she didn't send them. All of my fears about sending this to her like completely went away once I talked to her. I forgot how much she's just like the sweetest person, and she's so funny and just like super, one of those people that like I can't imagine anyone not getting along with her because she's just that like genuine and sweet and funny. So following that, then I sent him the video. So I just sent him the video, no explanation, and he messaged back, I saw that, figured it was about me. And I said, what you think? He said, honestly, I watched a little bit of it and decided not to finish watching it. And he apologized and said that he was young and dumb, basically that he's changed, and that he couldn't watch the whole thing because it was just too cringy and embarrassing for him to think about that stuff. It gave like a really sincere sounding like apology, and that's all fine and dandy, which honestly I was not expecting. I was expecting him to be pissed because, you know, that's generally how men act when you do stuff like that, like call them out on their shit. So yeah, I just didn't know what to make of that. Honestly, at the time I wished that he had been mad because I felt like I could do something with that, because when people are like so bad that you have to be like, okay, cut them off, it's like so much easier for me. When people are nice, if you're just nice to me after you were mean, if you say I'm really sorry and you're really genuine and you start being nice to me, I'm like gonna forgive you like that. Like, it's so sad. I'd be letting people walk all over me. So that's why at the time I was like, dang, I feel bad now. Like, I kind of wish that he was mean. But after I thought about it, I was like, you know what? This is pretty much exactly what he said when we started talking in college again this is like, sounds a lot like what he said after the first time that he like harassed me and tried to get naked photos from me. So yeah, I don't really believe him. sorry not sorry, right? Like, yeah, you apologized and said you were basically young and dumb the first time. So, no, I don't believe you. That was in December of 2019. It's now October 2020, and I'm not sure how I figured this out, but like late August or sometime in September or so, I went to check something on his Facebook page for some reason. I don't remember what I was looking for. And I noticed that we were no longer friends. He had unfriended me on Facebook. He's still friends with the other girl and the other guy that we hung out with. And like I told you in the story time about how when he came back in high school, he invited me, another girl, and another guy to go hang out together. He's still friends with the other two people from that group hangout. Just not me. He's not friends with me anymore, so it's definitely personal. So clearly he's not bigger and better that much. Just would rather distance himself from his fuck up. I mean, if anybody should be unfriending another, it should be me unfriending him, right? But good riddance. Honestly, he was a toxic force in my life. So goodbye. Not that I was planning on talking to him anyway, but I don't know, just, I wasn't gonna unfriend him because I'm just too sentimental, you know what I mean? Anyways, on to the next one. So the next one I want to talk about is story time called What Happened to My Relationship, where I talk about what happened and why I broke up with my last ex, which was in November, which is almost a whole year ago now. So whoop whoop, go for me being single for a year. I'm very excited about it. As you guys know, I talked about in the video how I blocked him on all social media and always contacting me. It would be very difficult for him to get a hold of me right now because I blocked him on every possible platform for him to be able to contact me. He's still blocked. I haven't unblocked him on anything at all. I actually didn't even send this to him, but I'm gonna get to that. So in case y'all were worried that I'd started talking to him again, no, I haven't. I'm very serious. When I cut someone off, you're done. You're not coming back. So he's still blocked on everything, but on YouTube when you block somebody, it just means that they can't comment on your videos. They can still like, dislike, they can still watch the videos. You won't hear from them. So what happened with that video is it started getting a lot of dislikes. Like a lot of dislikes, which was concerning, and I came to the conclusion that what must be happening is that all of his friends and family and him are going and disliking this video. Because like I said in that video, I talked about how when I started posting story times, I mysteriously started getting just one dislike for every video that I was posting. And I figured that had to be him, because who else is doing this? So assuming, allegedly, him and all his friends and family were going and disliking this video. So it got up to, what does it have now? 14 dislikes, which my friends noticed and really fucking pissed them off. So they went and liked the video. I posted on Facebook how I was having this problem, and people went and they liked this video. So now it has 24 likes, which is the most likes that I've ever gotten in any video, and it still holds the record. It holds the record for both the most dislikes and the most likes. So that's pretty freaking epic. And yeah, and since he has stopped disliking my videos, thank God, because it was just really getting annoying to have, you know, to know that he was just sitting there watching my videos, and it's like, get a life. When I posted that video, I got a whole bunch of people messaging me telling me that they were so happy that I had posted that and they were so proud of me and that I shouldn't have had to go through that and it was a really fucked up situation, which is extremely validating. I don't know if you guys know that, but it's really validating when you go through something like that where somebody gaslights you constantly to make you feel like you're being crazy for wanting to be treated like a decent human being. It makes you feel crazy, and to have people be like, that was really fucked up, I'm sorry you had to go through that. So validating and really healing and necessary. When I posted that video, I was so nervous. I still felt like I was in the wrong for all the stories that I was telling, but I knew deep down in my core that I wasn't in the wrong, that it was him that was like doing bad things to me. Even though, you know, I'm not a perfect girlfriend, but all the trauma that I endured wasn't my fault. And more than not being my fault, it was him doing it to me. And along with people telling me all these validating things, there were friends I hadn't heard from in forever that were contacting me and saying like, hey, I watched your video and it really resonated with me. I dated someone who your story really reminded me of, and I went through something really similar, and we just had these great conversations talking about different traumatic exes that we'd had and things we'd had to go through. It sounds like a really fucked up conversation to be having, but it feels so good to just get it off your back and talk to somebody who's been through something similar and really understands. Is like a really, really good feeling. To add to that, there's also a complete and total stranger who found me on Instagram and sent me a message telling me how they went through something similar as well, and they're really glad that I made that video and all that stuff, and we even had a great little conversation. Now we follow each other on Instagram. And I just wanted you guys to know that something really positive came out of that. So yay! On to the next one. Okay, so this one is a much more fun... This one still makes me a little jittery. The next one we're going to be talking about is I told my crush I liked him, being bisexual, and why I hate crushes. So this one is still really funny to me. So if you watch that video, you'll know that, long story short, I basically bullied my crush in elementary and middle school, and I never really like talked to him unless I was like teasing him or being rude or whatever, and he never seemed into it. And so it always made me feel bad. So finally one morning I just woke up and decided that I was gonna message him and apologize for that and explain that it was all because I had a crush on him. And so I did that, and turns out he's super nice. He said he doesn't remember ever being bothered by anything I was doing, and he thought we just had like this playful banter kind of relationship, which, okay, excellent spin on things. Super cool. I don't really remember it being like that. I feel like I always remember feeling so bad that I was like so like disrespectful to you. But that's great. I'm glad that he sees it that way. And turns out he's like the nicest person from our interactions, at least. So we talked a whole bunch and it reignited my crush. And I even explained in the video that I basically started having sexual fantasies about him. And then I sent him that video. Yup. And I also said in the video, he kind of ghosted me a little bit after we talked, and that I understood that that was, you know, I can take a hint. He can kind of feel that I'm talking a little too much. Maybe I'm getting some feelings again, and like he just doesn't want to reciprocate that, so he's just like, you know, leaving me on red for for a while. And like, I get that. I can take a hint. I've done that to people before too, so like, I can't be mad about that. But yeah, so I sent it to him, and here's what he had to say. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about this, and I'm looking through the messages right now that I sent him. I really thought he was gonna think I was crazy for all the things that I said, and he heart reacted to my message, which super cute. What are you doing to my heart right now? He watched it, he thought it was really flattering, he didn't think it was crazy at all, and he wasn't offended by what I said about men in the video because I was very real about it. He says, and I quote, "I understand most of us can be douchebags." And you know what? We love a real one. I can't snap right now because I sliced my thumb open about a week ago really good, and I've still got it double bandaged. That's how serious it was. Yeah, so I'm just like doing this. So after I posted the video, 2 of my friends ended up talking to me and wanting to know like who I was talking about, and I told them, and they were like, oh my god, I also had a crush on him in middle school. And one of my friends actually had the exact same thing happen to her, with one of her friends getting in an argument with her and then faking a note from him and putting it in her locker, trying to embarrass her. I told him that, and he thought that was really flattering, and he didn't even ask like who the other girls were, which we love that. Respect. Okay, because I would have been like, you know, does it matter? You know? So sorry. So I also forgot to add that one of his friends, his close friends, who's like in one of his like profile pictures or like a cover photo or something that he sees regularly, added me on Facebook, like friend requested me after me and him had talked, and I thought that was like really suspicious. And so I asked him straight up about it. I was like, hey, you know why your friend maybe friend requested me? And he was like, no, I have no idea. Do you want me to ask him next time I see him? And I was like, no, okay, it's fine, it's fine. I still kind of think that means that he was talking to his friends about me. I don't know, what do you guys think? But a little suspicious. I should have said yes. I should have said, yeah, I do want you to ask him. Like, call him on his bluff, you know? But I asked him what he thought about the burp montage at the end, and he said, it was quite impressive, lol. Def the funniest part. I think you'd beat anyone in a burping contest. And yeah, and then I proceeded to try to keep our conversation going for a while because, you know, I am lonely as fuck. He ghosted me again, which I get it. I was getting attached again. I get it. It's fine. Whatever. And of course he didn't say anything about the fact that I mentioned that I was having sexual fantasies about him, and you know, that's, you know, a little rude, but whatever. I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. Okay, it's totally fine. I totally understand why he didn't. Okay, not trying to start anything. On to the next. Alright, the next video we're going to be talking about is Drunk Tinder, which is a much more recent one. If you guys haven't watched Drunk Tinder, I'd highly recommend that you go watch that, like, either now or after this video. It's so funny. I think it's my funniest video that I've ever made. It's so good. I get drunk for the very first time with one of my best friends, and we make me a Tinder account also for the very first time. And just mess with some boys, and it was awesome. So good. So yeah, if you haven't watched that video, definitely check it out. It's super good. If you guys are watching this and you've already watched that, I hope that you guys love that video as much as I do. That's not possible because I really love that video, but I hope you guys really liked it too. So you might be thinking, like, who did you send this video to that is going to be put in this video? Well, y'all might remember towards the end of the video there was a guy named Newton. Newton said you're gorgeous! I love Newton! He was really sweet. He was into making movies as well. He was cute. He was nice. He called himself a genuine person, which is a little bit questionable. But, you know, it's fine. We love that. It's all good. Ow, I just hit my knuckles together. Hello? Am I okay? Yeah, at that point in the night, I was apparently drunk enough that I accidentally followed him on Instagram. So we follow each other now. I figured that he was so nice that, you know, once Drunk Tinder is finished and it's up on the internet, that I'll send it to him. So I did, and here's what he had to say about it. Also, if you'll remember that I was basically like fawning all over him in the video, like being super dramatic. But like that's me in real life all the time. Like I'm always like that. But extra because I was drunk and really sleepy. Okay, so I sent him the video. I said, hey, hope you're doing well and you get a chance to check out the Drunk Tinder video. Assuming that he would remember that I told him while we were filming that we were filming it. He said he's doing so great, we'll check it out now, actually before bed. And I said, okay, cool, let me know what you think. So I waited with lots of anticipation. And so finally, a day later, he sent me a message at 5:24 a.m. He said, video was good. Have a good day. And I was like, the fuck? So I sent him a message and I said, what did you think of the part that you were in? And he sent me a voice memo, which made me nervous. And I'm not going to play you guys the voice memo because I feel like it's one thing to put screenshots of somebody's conversation, but it's another thing to like put their voice in it when I didn't ask them to do that. So I'm not going to like put that part in, but I'll just tell you guys what he said. Oh, it makes me cringe to like, Okay, so he said, you know, you said, Newton, I love you. I like that. I like that a lot. Not here. And I told him, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And he said I was laughing a lot. He sent me another message trying to prolong the conversation, but much like my crush did to me, I ghosted him because I was just not trying to further any conversation. I just wanted to know what he thought of the video. I don't want to lead you on and make you think that I want a relationship with you because like I really don't want to have a relationship unless I like really feel a connection. And I just, you know, he's sweet, he's nice. I just don't have that feeling. And I feel like when I meet somebody that's like really gonna be good for me, I'm gonna like really feel it, you know? Hopefully with a woman. So yeah, that's what happened with Newton from Drunk Tinder. On to the next. So the final one that I want to talk about is story time, my most embarrassing high school moment. I screamed at my teacher. So I made that video. I feel like all you need to know as a summary is basically in the title, so I'm not going to summarize it for you. If you want to know more details, go ahead and watch the video. Me and this high school teacher are not friends on Facebook, but I found him on Facebook and I went ahead and sent him the video with a little message without friending him. So I sent him the video and I said, for the record, I did finally see Spinal Tap in college when I took cult films class. It was meh. He hasn't responded, but the message went through. And so there's two things that I think could have happened here. A, sometimes when I'm not friends with people and they send me a message, I don't get a notification about it. The only way that I find out that they sent me a message is because I check message requests on Messenger from time to time. Like very rarely I might see something like that. Maybe he didn't get the notification and so he just didn't see it. Or B, he saw it but he's just ignoring it. I think I waited about like 2 or 3 days. And then I went on to my old high school website and I went to the staff directory, found his school email, and I went ahead and sent him the link through the email, like assuming that maybe he just didn't get it. And I sent him the link with this message. Hey, I sent you a video to your Facebook, but I'm assuming you didn't see it because we aren't Facebook friends and you didn't respond, so I'm sending it to your email now. It could also be that you're just ignoring it because you don't want to watch it. That's cool, just let me know that you don't plan to watch it so I can move on and stop waiting for a response. Otherwise, watch it and let me know what you think. Sent him the link and said, thanks, Olivia. And he hasn't responded. And it's been like a couple weeks, I think, a week or two. Yeah, I think it's been a couple weeks. So I'm just gonna assume now that he's not gonna respond, which is honestly really anticlimactic, and I'm sorry if this was a boring way to finish off the list of reactions for this video. I'm just really fucking annoyed because I thought that it would be really cool to get his response. It would be a lot of like really good closure for me. Finally wrap up this whole like anxiety inducing situation that I talk about in the video, which a lot of people find funny. Did you guys find that video funny? Because a lot of people, when I tell them the story or when they hear that I screamed at my teacher, they think it's hilarious and they're like, yes. But yeah, I thought it was crazy embarrassing, which is, you know, why I called it my most embarrassing high school moment. But yeah, let me know. Everybody else seems to react with laughter, so I don't know. Yeah, really anticlimactic. Honestly, what a fucking coward. So that's it. So that's all the times that I have sent my videos to the people that they were about and everything that they had to say about it. I hope you guys really liked this video and make sure to like, subscribe. I'm trying to get up to 80 subscribers, so please subscribe if you like this video, if you like me, if you want to see more content from me. Yeah, so help me get up to 80 subscribers by the end of the year. That would be really appreciated, and I love you guys a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Falling, falling, bet you thought you had it easy, oh. Thought you were the one. Skeletons come out your closet at night. Previous ex, which was almost a year ago, so yay, go me. Excuse me, this is why we can't have nice things. Did I put on deodorant today? I don't think I put on deodorant today. Hold on.